हेलो एंड वेलकम टू पैसा लाइव। आज हमारे साथ एक बहुत स्पेशल गेस्ट हैं मिस्टर ईशू मुंजाल, जो एमडी हैं SSMD एग्रोटेक इंडिया लिमिटेड के। आज हम इनसे बात इसलिए कर रहे हैं क्योंकि इनकी कंपनी का आईपीओ मार्केट में ओपन होने वाला है। कंपनी इतने सालों बाद क्यों आईपीओ लेकर आ रही है, क्या पर्पस है और रिटेल इन्वेस्टर्स के लिए इन्वेस्ट करने से पहले क्या जानना बहुत जरूरी है, वो आज हम सारी बातें इनसे करने वाले हैं। फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल, वेलकम टू आवर शो।
थैंक यू।
So SSMD Agrotech India Ltd is basically a more than 3-decade old company. You're the third generation entrepreneur. पिछले 3 decades में कंपनी में क्या बदला, नेचर ऑफ वर्क कैसे बदला है, एंड यू ऑल्सो हैव अ अम्ब्रेला ब्रांड हाउस ऑफ मनोहर, राइट? उसका कोर पर्पस क्या है?
So the journey started a long time back in the year 1980 and through an old trading shop in Old Delhi. That shop was started by my grandfather and my father. And in a very short span of time, that shop got famous by the name of Manohar Chanewala. And then in the year 2016, post completion of my BTech in Information and Technology, I joined the business. And during the early years, I was trying to understand the business economics at the very ground level. I started interacting a lot with the retailers and the distributors network. And then I realized there's a lot of loophole in the current business. And during the early years, I was very much focused towards bringing technology to the business, as I realized the importance of technology, that, you know, any business plus technology creates a kind of a very sustainable and, a fast acknowledging business. Then, you know, during the early years, I was exploring a lot of opportunities in the online grocery space. I even launched a startup by the name of Grossmart, but we did not float that idea in the market, as we couldn't find any kind of a differentiating factor other than Big Basket and Grofers. One was already dealing in the hyperlocal model and other one was dealing in the warehousing model. Then working at the family office, more understanding about the business insights and everything. Then in the year 2018, I set up the first manufacturing facility where we started manufacturing gram flour at a very small scale without any, you know, prior knowledge of the manufacturing space, as the company was purely a trading business before this. But by God's grace and in a very short span, in just a 1 year's time, we got a very good response from the market. And then we had to close that initial unit and then shift to a bigger unit. Then in the year 2019, we shifted to a bigger unit. And from 2019 till 2021, we were procuring the raw material which was used to manufacturing gram flour from outside vendors. Then the company realized, seeing the massive response that the company got in a very short span, we set up a chana dal manufacturing facility of our own in the year 2021. Then in the year 2022, the company set up its second manufacturing facility, and there we started manufacturing more value-added products like puffed rice and ramdana. And proud to say that today we are the only producer of ramdana in the Delhi NCR market, with more than 90% market holding with our brand, which is the Super SS brand. And this got to be achieved in such a short span of time on the basis of the quality and the service that we deliver to the customers. Whenever our company launches a brand or a product in the market, we make sure that we provide the best of the quality at the minimum of the prices. Once a kind of an acceptance is created, we are able to scale it further in terms of the top line and the bottom line. Then in the year 2023, we set up the third manufacturing facility and started manufacturing more products such as idli rava, rice powder, chana sattu, matar flour, and all such products. Then in the year 2024, the company got an in-principle approval of a $10 million investment in a company, and that money was coming in the form of FDI through a CCD instrument. But we did not close that idea round ahead because we and the investors could not get onto a common term sheet. Also during the mid of 2024, the company realized the importance of making our brands reach to each and every household and making these brands a household name. As before this, we were just focusing on the B2B clients and the bulk packaging of these products. Then we shifted to, you know, focusing our interest on the D2C space as well. And that got commenced in the early 2025 with a pilot project where we launched one of a kind of a D2C dark store facility in a residential society based in Ghaziabad. And through that dark store facility, and that basically we call it as a micro manufacturing facility, and through that we manufacture fresh flour, oil and spices and deliver it to the customers within a time span of 10 to 15 minutes. So we got that the very hyped quick commerce along with freshness. So freshness was being delivered in a very quick time. So there we transitioned to the D2C space, and today we are proud to say that we have 3 manufacturing facilities in Delhi, and we are covering the entire northern India market through a distributor-led model, as well as we have direct contacts with institutional customers, and we are also stepping into the D2C space. This is a small story about the company, where it started from and where is it today.
So after so many years, how come now the company has decided to come up with the IPO? Like, is there a special purpose behind coming up with the IPO?
फ्रॉम द वेरी स्टार्टिंग जब कंपनी ने स्टार्ट किया तो हम पूरे सेल्फ रिलायंट थे, एंड वी वुड से द कंपनी रिमेन बूटस्ट्रैप्ड. We availed OD limits and loan facilities from financial institutions to grow the business. But then in any business, working capital requirement shortage, and then future roadmap for that thing, a company requires fund support. When a government of India and the market scenarios offer you such a kind of an offering where you can avail funds from the market,
then why not?
And that too without debt. So I guess it is a best opportunity for any company, and the promoter should go ahead in that direction. And with that thought, we moved ahead with the IPO listing for our company. Yeah.
IPO के फंड्स कहाँ यूटिलाइज होने वाले हैं?
See, the IPO size is of 34 crore rupees, of which 13.1 crore would be put into the working capital requirement of the company, and 6.83 crores would be put to take over the debt portion of the company, and 96.75 lakhs would be put into the capex, where we are setting up a namkeen manufacturing facility for the company, and we'll be adding up to more 50 SKUs for the products portfolio in the product portfolio of the company, and 2.04 crores would be put into the setting up of the 16 more such dark store facilities, which we recently launched as a pilot project. So yeah, this is it.
अभी आपने डेट का जिक्र किया, कंपनी के ऐसे कोई डेट हैं जो रिटेल इन्वेस्टर्स या किसी भी इन्वेस्टर को पता होने चाहिए? कोई चैलेंजेस हैं?
See, 6.83 crores debt, I'll just bifurcate it, of which 5.3 crores is the OD limit that the company has to meet up the working capital requirements of the company. Now the company has its own fleet of trucks, has its own logistics service, which we provided to the customers, and for that money would be put in to take off the vehicle loans that the company has taken, and 1 crore amount is of the working capital requirement again that the company took through NBFCs. So 6.83 crores is the total debt that the company has, and post the IPO will be clearing of the entire debt, and the company would be debt free after that.
आपने ये भी बोला कि आप नए डार्क स्टोर्स ओपन कर रहे हो, यू ऑल्सो हैव अ नाउ फ्लीट ऑफ ट्रक्स. आगे और जो स्ट्रेंथ है कंपनी की वो और कैसे स्ट्रेंथन होंगी? लाइक व्हाट इज द रोड मैप फॉर द नेक्स्ट 4 or 5 years?
See, the company is in talking terms and in soft talks with a lot of companies, and we are about to sign even the MOUs with them, and the company is about to start with the import of palm oil and soybean oil, and in a JV we will be setting up a bottling plant in Delhi, and will be starting the distribution of oil in the northern India market. The company is now getting into the namkeen manufacturing facility as well, with the namkeen manufacturing unit being set up. The company as of now currently has a portfolio of more than 45 SKUs, and with the namkeen manufacturing facility we'll be adding up to another 50 to 55 products in the products portfolio. So the company has a very future roadmap. The company's future roadmap has been planned out in a sense where a lot of innovations are being happening. We are recently working on to launch a tech platform as well under the company's portfolio by the name of Storo, and that platform has been launched with the mindset of empowering all the distributors and the retailers around. Along with that, the company is also planning to set up a macaroni pasta manufacturing facility and expand further in the same space. Yeah.
जितनी भी सेल्स है, जितनी भी क्लाइंटल है, ये सारी की सारी पैन इंडिया बेस्ड है या रीजन वाइज बेस्ड है, और डू यू आल्सो एक्सपोर्ट?
As of now, the company is dealing in the northern India market through a distributor-led model. We have a sales team, and the company is continuously tapping to different geographical locations. And to start with the exports, company has taken that decision. In the very recent time, we'll be starting with the exports as well.
We have seen your revenue, we have also seen the PAT, profit after tax. दोनों में एक consistency दिख रही है. तो by the end of this current financial year FY26 क्या target होगा आपका revenue का भी and profit after tax का भी?
So if I give you the financial figures, FY25 we closed it at a top line of 98.18 crores with a PAT of 5.38 crores. And FY26 in H1 we have already done a top line of 52.13 crores and a PAT of 3.83 crores. And this year we are projecting to close it at a top line of 120 to 130 crores with a PAT of 8 crore rupees. And FY26, FY27 if I talk about, we'll be closing that FY27 with a top line of 150 to 200 crores. And FY28 is projected to close at a top line of 250 to 300 crores.
With a PAT of?
With a PAT of 9%, somewhere between, if I talk about in percentage, 9 to 9.45% would be the PAT margins.
If everything goes well.
Yeah.
जो शेयर्स एलोकेशन है इस आईपीओ में, इसमें मेजॉरिटी है रिटेल इन्वेस्टर्स एंड एनआईआई के लिए 46 पॉइंट समथिंग, बट क्यूआईबी के लिए काफी कम है. इट्स इवन लेस देन 1%. इज देयर एनी पर्टिकुलर रीजन बिहाइंड दैट?
There's not such any kind of a particular reason behind. We have been exploring opportunities and in talking terms with a lot of investors over the recent times, and seeing the massive response and the internal management decision with the merchant banker and the company's internal core team, we distributed the allocation of shares in this way.
आईपीओ की लकीली मार्केट अभी काफी अच्छी चल रही है. हमने देखा है मेन बोर्ड आईपीओस, एसएमई आईपीओस जितने भी हैं ऑलमोस्ट सभी एक अच्छे प्रीमियम पे लिस्ट हो रहे हैं. जो अच्छे प्रीमियम पे लिस्ट नहीं भी हो रहे हैं वो भी फ्लैट लिस्टिंग हो रही है, नेगेटिव लिस्टिंग काफी कम हो रही है. सो आई होप कि ये आपके लिए बिल्कुल परफेक्ट टाइम होगा आईपीओ लाने का.
वी आर वेरी मच पॉजिटिव विद द कमिंग आईपीओ ऑफ अ कंपनी and all the good hopes in the sense basis on the company's portfolio and the experience that the management is getting over the time and the future roadmap that the company has been showcasing. We are very much hopeful and we are taking it in a very positive direction with a very good listing of our share in the market.
जो प्राइस बैंड है आईपीओ का वो काफी नॉमिनल है, 114 टू 120 रुपीज. जब ये लिस्ट होगा तो आप क्या फिगर एक्सपेक्ट करते हैं?
Or
maybe grey market premium आप क्या?
Being at the promoter seat, obviously we would be wanting the share to get listed on a premium.
Right. What kind of premium?
See, any kind of a figure to be given right now.
Double digit.
We can, because seeing the peer competition and the peers in the same industry, the growth has been tremendous over the last 1 year. And on that basis, on the basis of the data available, we are very much positive to list the share at a premium, lest the market knows and the God knows.
You just mentioned about peers. Who do you consider as the biggest peer and the biggest competitor in the market right now?
So the market is very cluttered, and I would say in FY25 the market size is of 11 lakh crore rupees, and this industry is growing at a CAGR of 6.5%. With 2030 the market value is assumed to be somewhere between 15 lakh crore rupees. As if I talk about the peers, a lot of players in the industry, we call ourselves as regional players. And there are a lot of big national players as well in the market, and there's a lot being talked about, how the regional players are giving a tough competition to the national players. Right. If I talk about few companies that got listed in the last year, that's 24, one is HOAC Foods. That company is doing really good on the basis of the price of the share that they got listed at, and the current price of the company and the current market capitalization of the company. We are hoping to, have a very massive and a good response in the market.
Well, Ishu, I just hope that, whenever the stock gets listed, it gets listed with a brilliant premium, and we hope that all the retail investors now know what the company actually does, what is the nature of work, what are the strengths of the company, and what are the challenges. Actually, there are no challenges, as we mentioned, and we are all set for the big listing, and let's hope for the best. Good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for watching us, and thank you for joining.